Hey y'all, Officer Karen Lawdawg reporting to you live on the last day of March 2025, the 31st. Who would have known? I came over here to Kern County Superior Court Traffic Division to try to conduct some essential business. When I saw the parking lot empty, I even said to Charles, I said, let me guess, they're closed. ¿Por qué? Yo no sé. The court will be closed Monday, March 31st, 2025 for Cesar Chavez Day. When the hell did they establish that? That's like that day I came, even the mailman didn't know that they were closed, and that was on, I think it was National Indigenous holiday or something. I mean, shit, Kern County will make up any damn reason not to work. You know, let's see what Charles has to say as far as why the local courts are closed today. Honey, they have another holiday that I didn't know about. I mean, okay, if he's entitled to his day, National Cesar...
Isn't it President's Day?
Chavez Day. No, that was in February. They had 2 days off in February and I think one in January.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, when I was an educator, I don't remember this being a holiday.
This bitch is closed?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
For what? Cesar Chavez?
Yes.
No, people. No. They're using your race. See, okay, this is what's really happening. Who was that deadbeat judge that was in there and had 2 feet on the banana peel and fucking fell flat on his face dead?
That was Ralph Wyatt.
Oh, yeah, Ralph Wyatt. Yeah, 2 feet on the banana peel Wyatt. You know what? They're using Indian Day. We're using, what, Cesar? No. Get online, donate to Cesar Chavez, or go and show some respect. It's only like 20 miles up the road.
At La Paz.
La Paz. Go to La Paz. And these dirty motherfuckers.
So why do you think they're closed then, honey? You think they're running out of money?
What's really probably happened here, people, and we're gonna try to prove it if Lori Ann's and we're allowed to do it. I have a very important meeting here in about 5 minutes, but we're gonna prove it. I think they're feeling the squeeze.
Uh-oh.
Some are feeling it worse than others, and I'm going to try to get Lori Ann to take me somewhere. Prove it.
Uh-oh.
Enjoy the squeeze, assholes.
So,
Sucks to be us.
So real quick, folks, and I think what he's talking about with the squeeze is, as y'all know, Charles and I have been calling out corruption and incompetence and outright criminal activity by your governmental agencies, your judicial officers, your law enforcement officers. Cynthia Jane Frank's finger Zimmer herself.
And all you have to do is go across the county border and find out there's squeeze in L.A.
This is important. Oh yeah, they took all that homeless money, just like they did right here in Kern County. Never addressed the problem. Let them move in on the riverbed, and then they were moving in. Then they were moving in on business stoops, and we're the bad guy for calling it out. As a matter of fact,
we're the good guys for letting them know that there is a whistleblower a gig you can get involved in.
Wait, honey, this is going to all become clear. They're feeling the squeeze. And there's been all this retaliation and collusion and intimidation and bullying and targeting and everything that we've been calling out because we've been calling out their long-term scam. Take over, honey. Take over.
It goes all over the country. Rodarte. Homeboy on 7th Standard Road last year. And the list goes on and on and on. But if some of you are feeling the squeeze a lot harder, because we know, your family's in shambles. Anyway, If you're feeling the squeeze, it's because of us. You know it. Who else is it going to be? And it's going to be the when I get my first Diet Dr. Pepper. I'm going to get Diet Dr. Pepper after this, and then after there, we're doing the exact same thing we were doing 20 years ago. We're doing the exact same thing we were doing 30 years ago. There's been earthquakes. There's been fires. And you know what? When there's fires, what's going on here in Kern County is these fires that are being lit in Bakersfield. Insurance money. Who's left? The county. They collect that. And then what do? They build something else on it, or they'll take it away from you. And after I forgot.
It's okay, honey. Let me help to redirect you, Pumpkin. We were talking about exposing their long-term scam. Mm-hmm. And now Denitra, IHSS, and Alicia Del Toro, whose ex-husband is an accountant.
You're not going to do our accounting.
You're not going to do the audit, bud.
Yeah, nice try.
And if you follow the journey, you'll know why they're no longer married. But anyway, that's on another note.
How come they're not married anymore?
You know why, honey. You can't. Honey, they'll try to cancel us.
Oh.
Anyhow, let me get back to this. They had to backdate records. They had to lie about visits.
We're going to get the contract.
The forensic audit will prove it all. That's if they have the balls to do the forensic audit, because last time we talked, nobody seemed to know who has the authority to do it, and or how you get one going, because allegedly out of 10,000 in Kern County cases, there's only 3 randomly audited per year. But anyway, this is very important. This is the long-term scam by the county.
This is a long-term scam.
This is another example of how, I'm just going to call it, there was a willful and wanton and reckless disregard for Charles's health, safety, and well-being by IHSS and Kern County Sheriff's Office deputies who interfered with a power of attorney, failed to mandate, failed to ensure proper care, and unlawfully did all the things that they did that included Denitra specifically of discontinuing protective care hours for Charles, allegedly July 3rd, when she was in receipt of my email without any assessment, alleging that it was based on an email and a phone message, 40 seconds. There were 2, 40 seconds and 44 seconds respectively, asking for help. That didn't even include admission of the drive to the facility, not knowing where his help was, and asking for help and being told this isn't what we do here, and sending somebody on their way that you knew required protective care. And that's why you backdated your notes to allege that you discontinued that on July 3rd, falsely alleging that he was self-directing, going up on July 9th, knowing he had no food, had no access to food, left there knowing he had no food, and then by your own testimony didn't go up again until October 10th. But wait, there's more. It's part of the long-term scam by the county. She absolutely did go back up there.
We're coming after you for that too.
Video evidence will prove that the worker went back up there on July 22nd and or 23rd. I got to go look at the screenshot and the downloaded video. And there was still no, do you have food? There was still no, you know what there was? There was coercion. Sign this document.
And we'll feed you.
I need this document signed. No. That's the long-term scam, and that's the willful, wanton, blatant, and intentional disregard for his health, safety, and well-being, knowing that he had no food, knowing that he had a busted-out window, knowing he had no doors or locks, and no care. That's just the very minimum.
And when you get
and then lying and saying you were never up there on a day you were. That's opposite of Samuel Padilla, who said he was up there on 2 days that he wasn't. That's what they do, folks. Protect your loved ones. If you have power of attorney, or you have a conservatorship, or you're in a position to care for your loved one.
When you got their ass by the balls, next thing they do is they're going to tell you. They're going to tell everybody. Your family, whoever, will listen to them. This is what they're going to do. In-home supportive services. This is their end game.
No.
Their end game is
to take possession of your house.
To get not just possession of your house. They'll send a conservatorship up there. And when they do shit like that, this is how this is all going to unwind with in-home supportive services.
Ask Virginia.
Yeah. And we got that. We got a whole. We're going to resurrect that.
Let's tell our followers, poor Virginia.
Yeah. What were you just talking about?
I was talking about how family members need to advocate for their loved ones, because if they don't, the county's going to come in, they're going to lock up your loved one, and they're going to take all their possessions.
Yep.
It's exactly what they did to the old lady across the street from me, the matriarch on my street, Virginia, God bless her. We need to go talk to her daughter. You know what they gave her daughter? Roughly about $7,000. You know what that house probably sold for? Probably about $300K. I called aging and adult services to say what's happened here. They got on that poor woman and said that she couldn't take care of herself. Her house was a mess. Purple Rains for Healing Hearts got a team. Wendy was part of that team. Thank you, Wendy. Her son, her man. We cleaned that property up.
Yeah,
they still took it.
In-home supportive services is feeling the squeeze, and it's all started because you just do the demographics. Okay, you just do the demographics, and you'll understand why. I just didn't get around to it. Okay, so it's not hard to put two and two together and. But they're getting the squeeze, and somebody now rumor has it somebody was allowed to clean out their desk and go on their way, but they had to sign that affidavit. But don't panic, it'll be okay. You just go in there and tell the judge. Is this person in the courtroom? No. Well, I'd sure like to cross-examine them with all this bullshit they wrote about me. You just tell the judge, can't cross-examine a piece of paper. It's kind of like shit like part of some you can't, and part of something's better than all of nothing, and you can't with the what did I just say, the first, and
you can't cross-examine a piece of paper.
Can't cross-examine a piece of paper. You know, it's like a verbal contract's as good as the paper it's written on, motherfuckers. You know, we just help us out here. You know, our date, our trial date. You can look it up here, Kern County. Our trial date has been
escalated.
It's been moved. It's been moved. Instead of November, it's been moved to July.
No, honey, October. October, pumpkin.
What is?
October, baby. The hearing that you were just talking about.
Oh. Okay.
Anyway, folks, we're going to dip. We just wanted to let you know, folks, the only long-term scam is the scam that's being ran by Kern County. by
And-
Kern County by and through their authorized representatives of various organizations, including but not limited to Kern County District Attorney's Office, Kern County Sheriff's Department,
Do I
Kern
got frog
County
eyes?
IHSS.
Do I got frog eyes?
No, honey. Well, if you do that.
I think my red granny had frog eyes.
Kern County Aging and Adult Services, Bakersfield Police Department, Kern County Code Compliance. Hell, they even tried to drag CHP in, but
We know who you
CHP
are.
was smart and they got out. They didn't stay in.
We know, and one more thing, not necessarily pointing the dirty end of the stick anywhere, but y'all know who you are. Now you know, we know who you are. But you probably want to start working on a paper trail.
Oh, the Kern County Fire Department, too, and the Kern County Arson Department. They know who torched that car. They know who torched that damn horse trailer.
They're feeling the
and
squeeze.
after they said that I wasn't a victim, and I got that video, it's downloaded because Facebook's removing videos. It's also on my YouTube. Please go there and follow. Cynthia Zimmer sent me a victim letter. She's acknowledging that I'm a victim, but yet there's no case number. Why would that be? How in the hell would she acknowledge me as a victim of a crime with no case number? No charges have been filed.
Without pointing the ugly end of the stick at somebody, and y'all know who you are. Some of you lied on your application and didn't disclose a bankruptcy, maybe.
Or the fact that you don't pay your credit card bills.
And once you got your base bankruptcy, probably before it even got discharged,
went out and
started getting some more Capital One cards and anybody
living
else
above your means.
That'll give you'll be sporting a card again in front of your friends like nothing ever happened, because somebody's going to give you a card out there. The only thing is you probably have about 22 to 25% interest on it, which is cool. That's all, because you know who you are. That's why you have to live at mom and dad's house. Somebody always knows. Somebody's
Wait.
Somebody's always going to talk.
Wait. That's why she's living with her ex-in-laws.
Ex-in-laws? Oh,
Ex.
okay. I didn't quite follow that journey, but
Okay.
hey, if the Lawdawg says it, y'all hang loose and stay freaky.